The Failed Film Students presents Best and Worst. So I told my mom that I wasn't going to do a movie review for Freakier Friday, even though it is one of my favorite movies from my childhood, and I'm not just saying that, I'm actually serious about it. Because I just felt like it wasn't a movie that you really deep dive on. It's just a fun, good time, and I felt like the movie accomplished that, and that's all I really had to say. But then I was thinking about it and I was like, I can at least just give a short review of just like things that I liked and things that I didn't like. So we're just gonna go through some of the best and worst. I have way more pros, way more bests than I do worsts. So we're gonna start with those. I have only 3 bad things, even though they were pretty consistent throughout most of them, but I have a lot of good things. So first of all, spoilers, just so you know. But we're gonna start with the good. So number 9 of the best things. I really liked that Lindsay Lohan's character Anna, her kid is a surfer, which is good because it's not the same thing that Anna did in the first movie. It's not like she's a musician in the same way, but she's still pretty cool. It's like an edgy vibe and tone, which I actually do think is essential to the success of the first one. I do think that's part of the draw. I think that's part of why people really liked it. That's part of why I really liked it, is being able to see a female character who was really cool. I think that was important, so I like that. Number 8, I love that Anna works at a record label. I think that was such a cool job. It's character consistent, and the studio she works in looks super cool. And I was like, man, I'd like to work there. It looks sick. Another thing is that I think they really succeed with the emotional ending, even though it is a comedy. I felt like, oh, you actually do feel something at the end, and I think that was really well done. Number 6, the stepdad is incredibly likable. He's a new character, but, you know, he borders on Mary Sue, where he's kind of just good at everything, but, you know, he's charming, what can I say? Number 5, and this is a big one. I think if this one was not there, I think the movie would struggle way more in being good. And that is that the old characters and the new characters are both enjoyable and important. When you're with the new characters, you're not sitting there waiting to get back to the characters you already know. And when you're with the characters you already know, you're not waiting to get back to the new characters. They're both equally important and they're both enjoyable, which is great. Number 4. Speaking of the old cast all returned. That includes the brother, the stepdad, the fortune-telling ladies, okay? Pinkslip the band. You have Chad Michael Murray, he was all over the marketing.
Chad Michael Murray.
You have the teacher that has a grudge against Anna in the first movie. He comes back. Everybody comes back, and that should tell you that they're really confident that this is a good sequel. Okay, now we're gonna get into the bad. Number 3, and y'all might have seen this one coming. This definitely has Gen Z written by boomers vibes about it. Some of the dialogue from the kids just feels off. The styling is off. There's a little too much of the schools are so progressive now jokes that just are very unrealistic. And so there is some of that. But then sometimes they make fun of that. So it doesn't make the movie unwatchable. But it is definitely there. Especially all the characters wearing space buns. It's like, Gen Z doesn't really wear space buns that much. That was a thing in 2016 for a while, and then it kind of disappeared. But sure. Number 3 of the best things, Meredith from The Parent Trap. I forget the actress's name, but I'll put her here. Has a cameo in this movie, and I was completely not expecting it, completely blindsided, and I think it was really cool because the movie doesn't make it obvious that we should know who she is. It's very much just she's a character here, she works at Anna's work, and there's no jokes about the Parent Trap. It's just that if you know, then you know, and I think that's pretty fun, because obviously Lindsay Lohan and her work together before. I shouldn't have to explain it, but I will. Also, I just want to add this in. While I was editing and putting up her picture and looking up her actress name, I found out that the name of the character that she plays in Freakier Friday is named Blake kale, which I don't remember ever being said in the movie. Maybe it was said like one time, but I do think this is also a nod to her character in Parent Trap, whose name is Meredith Blake. So anyway. Okay, number 2 of the bad parts. So like obviously in the first Freaky Friday, Jamie Lee Curtis has an iconic line where she's like, "I'm like the Crypt Keeper. Look at me."
I know. We seem to be inside each other.
Old.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, I'm like the Crypt Keeper.
And like, it's funny, but it's not overdone. This movie really loves to slander the elderly. Like I'm not even sensitive to that. I think a couple of them would be funny, but like they really do it like, oh, it's very excessive. Even my friend who went with me, who's not as big of a fan, but she'd seen the movies, was like, yo, they're really going on these old people. Like, I'm like, what if somebody's grandparents take them to this movie? Like, they're gonna be so offended. Like, why? You didn't have to go that hard, you guys. Like, it's okay.
She just has crevices all over her face. Look at the crevices. I think I just peed a little.
My face feels so thirsty and dry.
My face looks like a Birkin bag that's been left out in the sun to rot. Why? Why do I have to pee again?
Yeah, like, again, like, some of it works, but, like, all of it didn't need to, you know, pick some jokes and do them, but you don't need to do, like, every joke, okay? So, number 2 of the best things in the movie, Jake still loves a cougar. Obviously, that's the elephant in the room when you're going to see a Freaky Friday sequel, is the weird element of Chad Michael Murray's character liking the mom in the first movie. It's like, how are y'all gonna tackle that? Because, you know, as a kid, you just read it as like, oh, he just loves her for her mind, for like who she really is. And as your kid brain can just make sense of that. But as an adult, when you watch the movie back, like when I was in high school and I rewatched it, I was like, yo, this kind of weird. Like, he kind of crazy for that. And I just think the movie addresses it in such a funny way, and it genuinely made me laugh so many times because I just feel like we're all in on that joke at this point, you know?
Hit me, baby, one more time.
Alright, and the number 1 worst thing in this movie, in my opinion, is they changed the solo on Take Me Away. I know, I didn't want to have to be the one to tell you this. I hate to break the news. I understand if you need a moment of silence to compose yourself, because that's a freaking bomb. I cannot believe that. That solo is incredible. I have a whole video I'm just gonna put in here that I put on TikTok talking about this. Thankfully, I knew about it going into the movie because it's at the very end and I would have left very disappointed if I had not already known what the solo actually came to be in this movie, but I already did because I listened to the soundtrack before watching the movie, and so yeah, I'm just gonna put that video here because it says all I can say about it. So I saw that they had the same Pinkslip song. Yes, I know the name of the fake band in the movie. It's Pinkslip. They're amazing. Anyway, they had another version of that song from the movie, so I saw it recommended. And I was like, surely that can't be spoilers, so I'll just listen to it. And all was going well. Mind you, I learned the solo for that song as a child. I have a video on my YouTube channel. I have a video on my YouTube channel from when I was in middle school, and I look atrocious in it, but it's a guitar tutorial video for that song from the movie, including the solo. So it was going well. They used the actual instruments. They didn't try to make it all like trap beat version of it. It was, you know, it sounded like a garage band. And then we got to the solo, and they changed the solo. It's fine. It could be worse, but it definitely wasn't slaying. Like, the original one was so good. The original one, I was like, okay, I have to learn this. This version was just like, like whatever. I mean, I get that they had to change something, but not the solo, my guy, not the solo. Now, On to the number one best thing in this movie. And it might possibly be the number one best thing in the first Freaky Friday. Jamie Lee Curtis kills, she slays, she takes no prisoners. She is so good in this movie. And I know everybody says she's like the star of the first Freaky Friday, but honestly for me, I feel like her and Lindsay Lohan are pretty equal in that. Like maybe she's just a little bit higher because she actually learned the solo. I'm still not done thinking about that. But anyway, still not done. But you know, like only by a little bit. In this movie, she just takes the cake, period. She is so funny. Every single line Jamie Lee Curtis says made me laugh in this movie. The other characters make me laugh sometimes, and they were good. But Jamie Lee Curtis was just like a 3 for 3 every single time, like killing it, and honestly made this movie so enjoyable and hilarious to me. She's a great actor and a great comedic actor as well.
She thinks you're cute.
I do not.
Yes, she does.
I do.
She so does.
I do.
Thanks. Dr. Coleman?
So that's all I have to say about Freakier Friday. And overall, again, I know I mentioned like 3 bad things, but I have way more good things to say about this movie. I'm not mad about it at all, except for the solo. I am mad about that. But everything else I am living for. It was very good. So that's my short and sweet opinion on that.
But you're not coming out. Listen, kid, I'm not good at this, but I'm tired of keeping my secrets. They say the benefits will outweigh the risk. I have just one problem.